Hello there, Stoic warriors. Welcome back on yet another Stoic journey. Today we shall dive into the power of delayed gratification. In wealth building, don't forget to hit that subscription button for more of the Stoic empowering videos. Alright, now let's proceed. Most people destroy their future for temporary pleasure, a new phone, a flashy lifestyle, quick excitement, instant comfort, and without realizing it, they trade long-term wealth for short-term emotions. The Stoics understood a truth that modern society tries to ignore. Everything valuable requires patience. Strength requires patience. Wisdom requires patience. Mastery requires patience. And wealth, especially wealth, requires patience. But modern culture trains people to crave instant rewards, instant entertainment, instant success, instant validation. And because of this, many people remain financially trapped. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack restraint. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from mastering desires instead of obeying them. And that is exactly what delayed gratification is, the ability to sacrifice temporary pleasure for a greater future. Today we will uncover the Stoic power of delayed gratification and why mastering this single skill can completely transform your financial future. Part 1. Why most people stay broke. Most people are not poor because they never earn money. They stay poor because they spend too quickly. The moment money arrives, discipline disappears. And this reveals a painful truth. Many people do not have a money problem. They have an impulse problem. The Stoics believed desires must be controlled because uncontrolled desires create slavery. Modern society constantly pressures people to consume, buy more, show more, spend more, and many people obey automatically, not because they truly need these things, but because temporary pleasure feels irresistible. Delayed gratification is difficult because it requires emotional control. It requires the ability to say, "Not now," even when temptation feels powerful. And that single ability separates builders from destroyers. Part 2. The Stoic mindset of sacrifice. The Stoics understood that sacrifice is not punishment, it is investment. Every disciplined sacrifice creates future rewards. Seneca believed wise people think long-term, while emotional people chase immediate pleasure. This is why delayed gratification is so powerful, because it trains the mind to prioritize the future over the present. Instead of wasting money today, you invest it. Instead of partying every night, you build skills. Instead of seeking comfort, you pursue growth. And over years, small disciplined choices compound into extraordinary results. The painful reality is this: most people want wealthy futures while maintaining poor habits. But wealth is built through repeated sacrifice, quiet sacrifice, invisible sacrifice, daily sacrifice. Part 3. Compounding rewards the patient. Nature rewards patience. Trees take years to grow. Muscles take time to build. Wisdom develops slowly. And wealth follows the same law. This is the power of compounding. Small, consistent actions repeated over long periods create massive outcomes. But delayed gratification is emotionally difficult because rewards arrive slowly, and most people are impatient. They quit too early. They want results immediately. So they abandon discipline before progress becomes visible. The Stoics trained themselves to remain calm during slow progress, because they understood what matters is not immediate reward, but long-term transformation. A person who masters patience gains enormous advantage over impulsive people, because the impatient consume, the patient build. Part 4. Social media destroys patience. Modern society makes delayed gratification harder than ever. Why? Because social media constantly glorifies instant success, fast money, luxury lifestyles, overnight fame. People see highlights without seeing sacrifice, so they become frustrated with slow progress. They compare their chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, and impatience grows. The Stoics warned against comparison, because comparison weakens inner peace. A disciplined person focuses on process, not appearances, not external validation. Delayed gratification requires faith in long-term effort even when nobody notices your progress. And that is rare. Most people need immediate applause to stay motivated. But true builders work quietly for years before results appear. Part 5. Delayed gratification creates self-mastery. The greatest benefit of delayed gratification is not money. It is self-control. Because every time you resist impulse, you strengthen discipline. Marcus Aurelius believed the strongest person is the one who governs themselves, not others, themselves. Every act of restraint builds inner strength. Saving money instead of wasting it, studying instead of scrolling, working instead of procrastinating, investing instead of consuming. These small victories reshape identity. Eventually, discipline stops feeling forced. It becomes who you are. And once self-mastery develops, wealth becomes easier to build. Because financial success depends heavily on behavior, not just knowledge. Part 6. The rich think differently about time. Poor thinking focuses on today. Wealthy thinking focuses on years. This is why delayed gratification changes financial destiny. It changes your relationship with time. Most people ask, what feels good now? Disciplined people ask, what benefits me later? That difference seems small. But over decades, it creates completely different lives. One mindset spends everything. The other invests consistently. One seeks instant pleasure. The other builds long-term freedom. The Stoics constantly reflected on the future consequences of present actions. Because wisdom means seeing beyond immediate emotion. And delayed gratification is wisdom in action. Part 7. Sacrifice today creates freedom tomorrow. Many people misunderstand sacrifice. They think sacrifice means losing happiness. But Stoicism teaches something deeper. Temporary sacrifice creates permanent freedom. Saving money today creates options later. Learning skills today creates opportunities later. Building discipline today creates peace later. Meanwhile, people who chase pleasure constantly become trapped. Trapped by debt. Trapped by bad habits. Trapped by dependency. Delayed gratification breaks this cycle because it teaches independence, the ability to endure temporary discomfort for future stability. And this is the foundation of true wealth. Part 8. Most people overestimate what they can do quickly. Impatient people constantly seek shortcuts, fast success, fast money, fast results. But sustainable wealth is rarely built quickly. Seneca believed nature moves gradually, and wise people respect gradual progress. The problem is this: people overestimate what they can achieve in 1 month and underestimate what disciplined consistency can achieve in 10 years. This is why many quit too soon. They expect dramatic transformation immediately. But wealth building is often boring, repetitive, quiet, consistent, and only disciplined minds can tolerate that process long enough to win. Final message. At the center of wealth building lies one powerful question. Can you control yourself long enough to build the future you desire? Because delayed gratification is not just about money. It is about identity. It is about becoming a person who values long-term freedom over short-term pleasure. Epictetus believed no person is free if they are controlled by impulses. And modern society is full of people controlled by impulses. Impulse spending, impulse pleasure, impulse distraction. But disciplined people live differently. They think differently. They build differently. They understand that every moment of restraint is an investment in future peace. So the next time temptation appears, ask yourself, will this satisfy me temporarily or strengthen my future permanently? Because the power of delayed gratification is this: the ability to suffer small discomforts today, so you never have to suffer massive regrets tomorrow.